Hi there, this is Dr. Kathy Wright, and this is week 2 tutorial, or technical tutorial 3. In this tutorial, we're going to go through what is essentially a sub-process of the requisition process. As you recall from the first two videos, we do not, in this case, know exactly who our supplying partner or supplying vendor is going to be for the chain locks. Could be Midwest Supply, but it could be, we have some other suppliers. So we are going to implement a quotation kind of sub-process where we put out bids or request for bids, get those back, maintain those, and then make a final selection. Okay. So, and this will be steps 7 through 11 in your case study. All right. So I'm here in the SAP Easy Access menu. I'm going to go ahead and under Logistics, Materials Management, Purchasing, I'm going into the RFQ, Request for Quotation screen, and I'm going to create a request for quotation. All right, a lot of this is already filled in for me with some defaults. I'm going to accept that this is a, let's see what AN stands for. It's just a straight up RFQ, okay? It's going to be in English, the RFQ date, so it's today's date. The quotation deadline is going to be the 1st of the next month. I'm in June 2015, so I need to have my quotes in by July 1st, okay? My purchasing organization is the United States and company, and the purchasing group is the North American group. All right. Okay. All right, that all looks good. In the default data for items, which is this area down here, the plant is going to be Miami, which is already here. And then we are going to go up to the top, and we're going to reference a purchase requisition that we already created. So here is the one that I just created. If you need to find it, I would click on this little item over here. I would probably use, let's see, I think I made a note of this. No, I didn't. If you put, let's see, let's go over here and look at all the different ways we can search for this. You might want to search for it by material, which will allow you to put in the material type, and that will help you find it if for whatever reason you don't have that number available. All right, but I've already got it. Okay, and let's see if I need to add anything here. All right, go ahead and click on that. Create RFQ selection list. Do I need to? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so I only have one. I'm going to go ahead and enter the storage location of trading goods for this one. Okay, and all right, I'm going to select all my items. Now, if you had more, they would show up here, or more purchase requisitions. Let's say you wanted to combine several into a request for quotation. You could do that here by selecting more than one purchase requisition. And then I'm going to adopt all of the item information here using this little button. All right, so it's going to create an RFQ. All right, I'm going to click on the header. Very cute. Little hat for the header. So let's go back to the header here. All right, and I'm going to, here in this little field, I'm going to add a value here. This is the collective number. So if you're sending out requests for quotation to multiple vendors, this is a way to reference all of them at once. So I'm going to enter here RFQ1064. Okay, notice that it automatically populated the date that it's going to be requested, so the deadline. Okay, that looks good. Looks good. All right, let's go to the details view, or item view. Sorry. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way. We'll go to the overview, because that means you're looking at it from the mountain. All right. Just make sure these look correct. All right, we're going to look at the vendor address. Now we're going to create 3 of these. All right, so we're going to start by creating a request for a quotation that we're going to send out to Midwest Supply. So I'm going to, let's see, here in the vendor field, I'm going to click on this to find my vendor. Now remember when we put that search term in, when we created our vendor? That's when this becomes really useful. Because here, you could also put in a city of Lincoln if you want. That might speed it up, but here it is. And that's going to put that in. Go ahead and click enter to enter that, and it'll automatically populate all this information here, which is why we did it. All right, I'm going to save this. We'll get a warning saying that there was nothing for an output for a message. Don't worry about that. We're just going to go ahead and save it anyway. All right, so it's going to create a RFQ here with a unique number. All right, and then we're going to repeat this process. So we're going to find the vendor for Dallas bikes. So let's see, we'll use our search term of 064. That's my number. You're going to put in your number, obviously. And let's do this. I'm going to put in Dallas here because I know that's the first part of the name, and I'll put a little asterisk as a wild card and click enter, and there's that vendor. So I'm going to go ahead and add that guy and click enter, which will populate everything. Looks good. As you can see, this really saves a ton of time. And save this, so that's our second one. Get that warning, that's fine. And then we'll do the third one. So search term, by this time you've got it down, you put in your number, and the last name is Spy Gear, so that's going to be Spy Gear. And let's see if we get that. There we go. Double click on that guy, press enter, populate, and we can go ahead and save that. Easy. All right, back to the easy menu. All right, so now we've got 3 RFQs for 3 different vendors. They're collected. We can reference them all together, which you'll see in a minute. So they've been sent out to those vendors, and they're getting back with their quotes to us. Okay. So we've created them. Now we are going to maintain them. So we'll go down here in the RFQ quotation to maintain. Okay, and let's see. We wanted to do, you can find this if you want. Let me just show you how to do that. So again, let's see if we can find, I just find material to be 1. Or you can do collective number, that would work. So the collective number that we created a couple of steps ago was RFQ 1 and then your number. So let's see what we got. And there they are. So let me go ahead and double click on the first one, which was for Midwest Supply, and enter that. Okay, there we are, Midwest Supply. All right, so they've responded to me, and okay, I'm going to, let's see, go to the item overview screen. So let's see if that's, we'll go ahead and select all items. That's this button here. Okay. And we need to enter a net price here of $32. So that's what they quoted us, which is a good price. You can put in the .00 if you want to. All right. And then I'm going to, I want to display the conditions here. So this is item conditions. All right, so these are going to be discounts or surcharges. We could add those here. So we're just going to say that that Midwest responded with this, and they said that this quote that they just sent us is only valid for 3 months. So that will be September 21st. So there it is. Okay. And we'll go back a level to the item overview and go ahead and click this. And there, so I've now maintained that. All right, so we're going to do it for the other two. Well, I know their numbers, so I'm just going to do this quickly. And actually, I think I'm going to end the video here because you can continue this on your own. Okay, at this point, you should have maintained all 3 of your vendor quotations. So you'll have Dallas and Spy Gear updated along with Midwest Supply. So we're going to do a price comparison of the 3. So I'm in the same area in the SAP Easy Access menu as my maintenance screen. I'm going to double click on price comparison. All right, my purchasing organization is US00. Again, that collective RFQ becomes very helpful here because I can easily bring up all 3 together. All right, I'm going to click on a couple things here. I'm going to, let's see, add mean value quotation. So it's going to take the average of the 3 prices that I got from each of the vendors and determine effective price down here. All right, and let's see. I think I should be able to click on the clock. Okay, and there they are. So I've got all 3 vendors. You can see the prices that they quoted to me here. Here's the average across all 3. So you can see that Midwest Supply is somewhat lower than the mean, okay? And the other 2 are a little bit higher. So you can see their calculated variance there. Okay. All right. I'm ready to move on to step 10. All right, I'm going to reject the two quotations that are above the mean, which is these 2 here, 4 and 5, for me. And so I'm just going to double click on the one for Dallas first. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to do both, but I'll just go ahead and I believe this is for Dallas. Yep. Okay. So I just double click on that to go here to this screen. And I am, where is that? I should have a rejection. Here it is, the R here. If you rest your cursor on here, it's the rejection indicator saying, we decide we're not going to use that one. Okay, we'll go ahead and save that. So we're maintaining it. We're saying, nope, don't want that one. All right, so I've done this one. and then I'm going to do spy gears as well. And click on the R here to reject it. Save that. All right, so both of those are now rejected. And go back out. All right, and that is the process for, which is really a sub-process for requests for quotation. Moving on in the next video to creating a purchase order from the purchase requisition.